Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a 2-page layout with another new close to my heart collection called Pumpkin Spice. I know I have done a string of close to my heart layouts, but I just got in all of the amazing new collections and just wanted to kind of showcase them for you in case you're interested in buying them. I will link the collection down below. So this layout here, I am going to kind of double border the background. I decided to distress the white a little bit, and forgive me, I don't know what size I made the white square. I want to say at first it was 10 and a half maybe, but then I cut a little bit off, cut little bit extra off. I decided to back it with that deep harbor color. I did end up getting the coordinating cardstock as well. They have a bunch of new amazing colors. And so, yeah, wanted to kind of utilize and get quite a few of those. So what I am going to be doing is cutting a square that goes, oh, I don't know if a square can go diagonal. I am cutting a square. You can kind of see how I had it there. So it's going to be 8.5 by 8.5 is what it ends up being. And that is kind of middle to middle. So before we started, I kind of marked out where, I guess, how long it needed to be. And so 8.5 was the length of one of the sides of the squares. And looking back now, I could have just cut a 8.5 by 8.5. I didn't have to kind of, I don't know, go side to side, if that makes sense. But I decided to add a few more layers because the papers are just amazing. And so I added that strip of that deep, it's almost like a navy. It might be that harbor color I was talking about. It's kind of like a teal. So I added that going down, and then the zip strips for Close to My Heart go all the way across the paper and are so nicely coordinated and amazing patterns. And so I lined that kind of pumpkin paper on each side with a zip strip, and this actually is a zip strip as well, these acorns. And so I just kind of wanted somewhere to anchor the photo, and so that's why I added the strips going horizontal as well. Kind of anchor the photo and help kind of anchor an embellishment cluster as well. So these photos are photos that my cousin actually took of me and the kids last fall. I just love fall here in northern Michigan with the leaves changing colors, and unfortunately, I love fall, but I hate to see summer go, and unfortunately, some of the leaves are starting to change already up here, so it won't be long. But I decided to just embellish using the sticker sheet. And what I love about the sticker sheets, they have large stickers, they have smaller stickers, they usually have borders, phrases. And so I used a sticker that says Happy Autumn Days, and that is going to be my title. And then I just decided to kind of have the triangle effect going kind of around the photo, and so I added kind of a cluster to the top left, a pumpkin, a gourd, and some leaves, and then added another phrase down at the bottom left, and added a pumpkin to kind of give that cluster a little bit extra as well. So then on page 2, I know that I had a square on page 1, but I'm actually kind of going to bring over some triangles. And so I wanted to find the center of the page so I knew what size triangles to cut. And I am actually going to use 2 triangles of this gray plaid paper. And I think I saw this idea off of Pinterest. But I honestly think the layout that I kind of was looking at was from a different close to my heart collection that they used. So I just thought that was kind of fun. So the triangles did not, I guess, cut perfectly, but I lined them up, and honestly, the photos are kind of going to be in the middle, so it's going to cover up that middle anyways. I normally would have kind of pieced together this layout using, I guess, like just a plain white piece of paper, but that sweater paper, I'm not gonna lie, was not my favorite. It's super busy, and the trees on the back I do like, but I think I have four of the same papers, and so I didn't feel like I really needed to save them, so to speak. And so I am going to leave that top, so you can see it. I knew that I wanted, another pattern at the top, and so I figured I would just use that as the base and leave that one open, if that makes sense. So I am going to double back these photos with the same orange that I used on page 1, and kind of going to overlap the photos at a diagonal here. And again, the layout is so busy that I don't actually embellish too heavily on page 2. So here's the sticker sheet. I really like that together we make a family. We are obviously missing my husband, but my guess is he was probably working his butt off when I snatched, I don't know, I think my cousin just took these real quick after school one day last year. So, but I figured they were super cute anyway. So I decided to use like the corn stalks, but I wanted to kind of save the bow for something else. I wanted just to kind of layer that top cluster, and so I cut the bow off to save for a different layout. I figure I'll kind of fussy cut it, and then added a pumpkin and another gourd at the top to finish off that cluster, and then another pumpkin, of course, because it's fall, down at the bottom, and then 3 of these phrase stickers that were on the sticker sheet. And I think that's just about going to finish off the layout. I just love the way that these two look. Love this paper collection. It kind of gives me a crepe paper feel. The fonts, the papers, and just really like the way that looks. I forgot, so I decided actually to kind of border page 2, and so I'm going to use that Harbor cardstock color. I'm going to I got it because I love that color, and I'm probably going to use it to back more photos using this collection. And so I am taking just a little bit off of each side. I think maybe half an inch off of each side, if that. I really had to kind of figure out which sides I had already cut, but I did figure it out, and I feel like this border just completes this layout. It just tones it down a little bit maybe, and so I really like the way that the border looks on page 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. I will link the collection down below if you like what you see. I would love your support, and yeah, you can purchase it through the link down below, but we will see you next time. Bye guys.